friends, and welcome back to my channel. So today I will be going over my Reading Brush TBR. So the Reading Brush was formerly known as the Booktubeathon, and I used to love watching the Booktubeathon vlogs. I'm currently in my master's program for library science, and that is actually my last week of like finals and stuff for the summer semester. So my only disclaimer is I don't actually know if I will be doing a good job at this at all. This could be an epic fail. However, I'm just really excited to participate. For years, I have watched all of my favorite people participate in this, and it's one of my favorite readathons. It's for sure a huge booktube staple, and I'm just really excited about it. The two hosts are Ariel and Raeleen, and I'll link down their channels and all of their information, and there's a ton of co-hosts this year. They always do co-hosts. I love that about the Reading Brush. They pick like the coolest people, so I'll go ahead and leave all of their information and channels down below as well. I'm really excited to see Chloe as a host as well. I love Chloe. I love books with Chloe so much. The Reading Brush always has 7 challenges. One of their staple challenges used to be to try to read 7 books in a week, but I think this is the first time that they've kind of taken out that challenge, which is great because there's no way that I could do that. So I'll go ahead and list off the challenge, and then I'll show you the book that I'm pairing. And some of these books I've actually doubled up with the challenges just to kind of make it a little bit easier for myself. So here's to hoping that I do a good job and I crush this challenge. Okay, without further ado, let's go ahead and get straight into the challenges. So the first prompt is to read a book with purple on the cover. And for that prompt, I chose The Flatshare, and this is by Beth O'Leary. So this is about a girl who just breaks up with her boyfriend, and she needs an apartment like ASAP. She sees an ad for a spot in this guy's flat. The ad says that they'll basically never meet because he, I think, works nights, and so he's gone while she's there, and then she goes to work and he comes back. So they always miss each other, but they start leaving letters for each other when she moves in, and I think they kind of start to fall for each other even though they've never even seen each other. So it's a little bit of a romance without actually ever meeting, and it sounds really cute. I've also really been in the mood for like light contemporary fluffy romances like this, so I am so excited, and I've been hearing such great things about this book. I just can't wait. Yay. So the next prompt is to read one book in the same spot the entire time. So you don't have to read the entire book like all in one go, but you have to read it in the exact same spot until it's done. And I can totally 100% do that. I don't know what spot I'm going to do, and I've decided to kind of like leave that one up to the books that I currently have for my other TBR. So I don't know the book either. It'll be like one of these books though. But yeah, that's the next one. Okay, the next prompt is a book that I meant to read last year. And for that one, I chose Orange, and this is by Ishigo Takano, and I've been actually meaning to read this one not just last year, but like for actual years. So this is a manga. This girl gets a letter from herself, apparently from the future, and in the letter she says that she has to protect one of her friends or something bad is gonna happen. At first she writes the letter off as kind of like a prank, but then stuff from the letter starts to come true, and so she decides that she like needs to protect her friend. And I think that's like the general premise, but I think there's a lot more to it. I just love books about friends, honestly. Like I love friendship stories so much. So I'm really excited to pick this up. Okay, the next prompt is an author's first book. And for this one, I chose Hot Dog Girl by Jennifer Dugan. On the back, because I did research this, she is a writer and she has written 2 different indie comics before this. However, it says that this is her first novel. And I'm kind of counting that because I really want to read this book, so hopefully it counts. This is about a girl. She works for the fair for a summer dressed up as a dancing hot dog. And she has a crush on the pirate of the park, so the guy who dresses up like a pirate. However, he already has a girlfriend, and his girlfriend happens to be the princess of the park. She's dressed up like Cinderella, I think. I know that this is an LGBTQ plus story. I think that there's a female-female relationship in here, although I'm not really sure how yet. All I know is that it takes place in the summertime, that it takes place at a fair, and that the main character is dressed up as a dancing hot dog. And like, what more could you need? Like, this is perfect. This is so summer. I'm so excited. It's gonna be really hard to not read this one like now, but that's okay. Like, I can wait. I can wait, I think. Okay, the next prompt is to read a non-human main character. And for that one, I chose Stardust by Neil Gaiman. I don't think this is a spoiler because it tells you within the first, I think, 2 chapters, but if you don't want to hear who the non-human character is, then you might want to skip a little far ahead in this video. But I don't think this is a spoiler. This is about a boy named Tristan, and Tristan is in love with a girl named Victoria, and he asks Victoria if he can find a falling star and bring it back to her, will she marry him? And of course it's very romantic, and she says sure. And so he decides to go across to a place called Wall, and over the other side of Wall is kind of like this fairyland. When he meets the star to pick up the star, he realizes that the star is actually a person. And so the main character in here is not a human because she is a star, and we kind of follow like their journey. So I'm really, really excited. I've actually read this already, so this is gonna be a reread for me, but it's perfect because I'm also reading this for the Book Junkie Trials, but I thought this would like kind of double up so that I could do it for her readathon and for the Reading Rush's readathon as well. The next one is a book with 5 or more words in the title. So for this one, I chose Red, White, and Royal Blue, and this is by Casey McQuiston. McQuiston? It's by this person. This is an LGBTQ plus story, and it's a romance, and this is set kind of in like an alternate time. So this is set if the president was a woman, and it's her son and the son of the King of England, like if they were to meet and they were to kind of like have a little bit of a romance. I think that this is hate to love as well, which is one of my favorite tropes, and I'm really excited because again, it's kind of like a light and fluffy read. And this is, I think, new adult, so it's not young adult, because I've heard that it can get pretty steamy in here, which is cool. And then the last prompt is a book to movie adaptation. And for this one, I am again going with Stardust by Neil Gaiman because the movie version of Stardust is one of my favorite movies ever. It's one of the rare times where I actually prefer the movie to the book, which never ever happens, and no shade to Neil Gaiman because he's like one of my favorite authors ever. I think I'm gonna try to read this in a single sitting. This is so short. This is under 300 pages. And then watch it that night, and I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I'm so excited. There you have it. That is my Reading Rush TBR, and I am so excited to participate in this readathon. Are you participating in this readathon? I would love to know what you are reading down below in the comments. Thank you all so much for watching. I hope you have a wonderful day, and until next time, book lovers, please keep your head in the clouds and your heart in a book, and I will talk to you later. Bye!